YouTubers Sam and Colby have recently put out a couple of videos in a series where they stay a week at the Conjuring house. This house is where the supposed events from the real story occurred, and from which the movie's narrative is based on. Well, there are two additional characters, Satori and Cody, a couple who claim to have supernatural abilities, which allow them to talk to spirits when they join themselves together with their arms. When they link themselves together, knocking sounds are heard.
So, I know. Okay, hold on a second. So, I'm going.
They then use these sounds as a method to speak to the dead, while iterating through the alphabet.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, L. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, A, B, L, I.
But the trick they use isn't even original. In the mid-1800s, a group of sisters, Leah, Kate, and Maggie Fox, claimed they could hear strange knocking sounds on the walls and furniture. The Fox sisters' performances coincided with the rise of modern spiritualism, a movement that believed in direct communication with spirits. The Fox sisters' abilities as mediums attracted widespread attention, and they embarked on a professional tour conducting seances in front of audiences that included the famous. However, in 1888, Maggie Fox publicly denounced spiritualism, claiming that their knocking sounds were using simple tricks like manipulating their knuckles and joints in their feet. So, where does that lead us? While I'm not able to reproduce the sounds myself, I did find a video on YouTube showing an example of how someone's ankle can be manipulated to make a sound. Over time, with enough finesse, I'm sure these performers can find a way to make the sound without anyone noticing. But what are the chances that a couple is able to reproduce the performance that the Fox sisters had, but this time it's for real? And what makes this couple so special? Ironically enough, what's interesting is Satori is the daughter of Jason Hawes, who was the lead on the show Ghost Hunters. And Ghost Hunters has had problems in the past regarding integrity with their shows. Starting at 1848, timestamp, Cody says,
"And don't do it for money or anything like that."
"We don't do it for money or anything like that." And yet they have a site, theparanormalcouple.com, that shows a substantial amount of planned events where they perform their spiritual gifts. There's nothing wrong with earning money, it's just kind of a weird thing to lie about. Looks like they even sell some merch. Let's put it for a content creator investigation. At the Conjuring house, you're required to provide you and everyone else who is attending's full name. Sam makes the point that no one could have known his grandmother's nickname, and yet there's an obituary online, dating from 2013, at least.
Oh my god, who's gonna believe that? Like, I was like, no way she's saying Libby. And then when she said G, I was like, there's no way. There's no, dude.
Google isn't complicated, Sam. And their producer, Zach, who claims to be a skeptic.
Up until this very moment, you've always been a skeptic. Does this help at all?
I don't even know what to believe at this point.
Doesn't understand that providing your full name, potentially weeks in advance, is enough time to research his loved ones. Furthermore, there's a lot more suspicious behavior in the uncut video. The uncut video solely exists to potentially debunk any of the claims of supernatural. However, it's pretty clear that Sam and Colby didn't push hard enough. For example, when they get to the studio location, they ask the spirit what they're comfortable with.
To go over everything. What are you comfortable with?
And the spirit replies,
A, B, C. Can't show
Too much.
Okay, so what do we show?
What can't we?
Can't show too much. But I swear this is just the couple telling Sam and Colby not to push too much, not the spirit itself. Then, later at 32:30, Cody first briefly puts his hand over his mouth when asked if the ghost wants to play a game or spirit.
Should we explain the
experiments or whatever we have.
Can you hear my voice?
This can potentially be a sign of discomfort because he doesn't know what will happen next. 10 seconds later, at 32:40, when asked if they can take off shoes, Cody puts his hand over his mouth again.
First thing, can they take off shoes? Is that okay?
Now it's getting really suspicious. Then, at 36:09, timestamp, Sam places a device that detects sound and movement close to it, specifically on the ground. The device never goes off when the tappings are made. The couple makes an excuse, and the spirit says the sounds are coming from above them. They say the spirit plane is actually above the device.
You're above us?
So
Yes.
you're saying you can't hit this?
Even if that was us, that would be going off right now.
Yeah. That's what it would be doing.
What is that?
You're here.
The bottom of you is there?
This is where your floor is.
Okay.
At 42:48, when asking the spirit more questions about the way the sound works, the message, "too close," is spelled out. And Colby even replies, "Are we getting too close to figuring it out?"
Okay.
Getting too close.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
Getting too close to figuring it
See,
out?
that's where they're like, nope, no more. That's
So
it.
it's
Why would a spirit care if they figured any of this out? It's not like they have to answer to anyone. There's not like these, sets of rules that like really matter. I mean, who's really setting the rules here? And then at 45:20, when asked if they can play a card game to prove that spirits are real, Cody again puts his fingers to his mouth, potentially because he's anxious about this game.
if we held up one of these cards, if you could tell us what the shape is. So we're not going to say the word aloud. We want you to see it and then kind of tell us what shape it is. Is that okay?
Then, 40 seconds later, the spirit spells out Y in reference to the game.
WXY. Why? You're asking why?
And then another few minutes later, after another round of knocking, the spirit spells out, "We're here to give messages," as another reply when asked about the game.
Yeah. Okay. So is that your way of saying no?
And then additionally, at 50:30, love is spelled out as another cop-out to the game.
Love. Okay.
We're here to love?
Is that just their message?
Can you explain this?
We are here to give messages. Love. That's what they said.
Then, at 53 minutes, in response, a message is spelled out, meant for those who believe.
Alright, so I think that's your way of saying you're not comfortable.
Like, you're supposed to have faith. Is it about faith? It's about faith.
Okay.
We are there for those who
No,
believe.
it
I'm
makes sense.
sorry.
No, it's okay.
Hey, no, it's interesting.
We're sorry.
Which further just seems to me that their whole shtick is a performance. So that's it for the video. What do you think? Are there any other tells that give it away? The couple's clearly good at what they do, but not good enough. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button. And if you want to see more content like this, subscribe to the channel and follow me on social media.